Hey guys, today I'm doing a tutorial on how to use the Manicare Beauty Blending Sponge. You may notice my background is different and I'm sitting in the lounge room this evening, because Oscar's upstairs trying to sleep and my makeup room is next to his, so I want to try and let him go to sleep, so I'm filming downstairs this evening. I just want to quickly point out, I'm sorry that my lighting is awful. It's really hard to get good lighting downstairs because we've got like light bulbs that don't go very bright. So yeah, so I've got the laptop, the TV and a lamp on all in front of me to try and get a decent lighting source. And I'm not naked, I am wearing a dress like this, and I have an awful tan line, so because it's summer here in Australia, so I'm a bit pink. So I've got my eye makeup on because I had face makeup on all day, and I got way too oily and I just had enough, and I wiped it all off, but I left my eyes on because I knew I wanted to make a video this evening. So what I'm going to do is show you how to use this. I haven't used it very much, I'm still sort of new to using it, but I just want to show you how I've been using it. So I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus spray. I'm just going to spray the sponge and let it get damp to it, and then it will swell up a little bit. So you don't want it so it's dripping wet, but you want it to be damp. So just, ooh, I ate some. Anyway, so it's pretty damp now. I'm just going to take my Kryolan Ultra Fluid Foundation in NB1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on my hand, and then I'm going to stipple the sponge onto the product on my hand. Now I know that there is a number of different ways of using this sponge. This is just the way that I've been doing it. So I'm going to start off with the larger side, which I know is dirty because I used it today, but I'm going to start off with that. I'm going to get the product on the back of my hand and I'm just going to stipple it on like that. And then we're just going to bounce it all over the face. One thing I have noticed with this sponge is that it absorbs a lot more product than your average brush. Even the Sigmax synthetic Sigma brushes, the face ones, don't absorb this much product. If you really press it into the skin, that's probably the way to get the best result. So that's what I would recommend. This liquid foundation dries really quickly on the skin, so I probably wouldn't recommend using this particular foundation, because by the time you get it on your hand and then on the sponge, it's kind of already drying, even though the sponge is a little bit wet. So you've got to work pretty fast with this foundation. So you're just gonna, you can do swirling motions, but I find that it just rubs it off. So you just sort of pounce it all over the face. Like this. And yes, it's a bit pale for me right now because I have got a lot of colour at the moment. So that's why I use bronzer over the top. But today I'm just showing you how to use this. I'm not going to apply any powder, any bronzer, any blush, anything, just the foundation. Not even concealer. So now I'm going to take the small end and I'm going to roll it, or stipple it into that foundation that's there. I'm going to go around just under my eyes and on my nose with this. I might zoom you in actually. Colour on my nose, so I'm going to try to block as much of that out as we can with the foundation. Going under my eyes, around my nose. So generally I'm really enjoying this sponge, but I don't like that it absorbs so much foundation, which is, you know, pretty expensive generally. And I don't have any drugstore foundations, not because I'm a drugstore snob, I just haven't gotten around to trying any lately, so that's why. A little bit more. And I know that when you wet the sponge initially, it's meant to help the sponge not absorb so much foundation, and it does certainly help, but like, it's a sponge. That's what sponges do, they absorb. So, and because you don't make the sponge really wet initially, it gives it a chance to absorb the foundation. So this has actually done a really nice job. I'm really happy with this. I'll zoom you back out. Well, there you go, you can just sort of see. I have a lot of discoloration. Oh, focus camera. I have a lot of discoloration on my skin. Generally since being pregnant with Oscar. I had a lot of skin issues when I was pregnant with him. So, and then after he was born, I developed really bad hyperpigmentation on my cheeks. Mostly just on this one, I think. So, I've been trying to deal with that ever since. I forgot why I was talking about that. You're going to have to forgive me. It's really late at night and my brain is scattered. So, I'm actually really, really happy with that. Like I said, I haven't used the sponge all that much to do my foundation lately, and I haven't really been wearing much anyway because it's summer here and it's too hot, and because I get really, really oily skin, I can't handle wearing makeup in summer because my skin just is disgusting with it. So yeah, that's how I use my the Manicare blending sponge, and I used MAC Fix Plus to dampen it, and then I used my Ultra Fluid Foundation by Kryolan, and it's done a really, really nice job. Just make sure when you're doing it for the larger areas, just press it into the skin. Don't buff it because you'll just move it around, especially if you have concealer underneath it. So just push it into the skin. That'll help the skin absorb it more. It'll blend nice, it'll look much more natural. And if you have concealer underneath, it won't smear it off. And make sure you use the pointy end for around the eyes, right in that corner, around the nose, and even bits around the mouth if you need it. So thank you very much for watching that little video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.